All right, so this is Mixie Tarot. I'm going to be doing a Wake Up, Love is Calling for Cancer. This is just messages from the universe, what love wants you to wake up to. Maybe there's something that's right under your nose that you're not seeing, or something you're choosing to ignore that you need to recognize. Could be good, could be bad. So this is going to be the reading for Cancer. I'm going to be using the Robinwood Tarot and the Dreaming Way Lenormand. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with your reading. This reading is for Cancer Universe. We're asking you to bring forth any messages that you may have regarding love, something that you want Cancer to open their eyes to, something they need to know regarding love, something they need to be aware of regarding love. If you could bring forth those messages for Cancer, please bring forth those messages for Cancer. Anything you want them to know to know about. All right, we got the Justice card, crossed by the Hangman. Some of you might actually be dealing with some legal issues. Maybe some of you are actually filing for divorce. Maybe some of you have filed for divorce, or you're thinking about it and you're not really sure what direction you want to go in. You're not thinking clearly. We have the High Priestess in reverse. In the past, we have the Page of Wands. We also have the Knight of Wands sitting on top. We have the Hermit card in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles. Hermit card in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles. Some of you are thinking about your family. You're thinking about your family in the future. There's a lot of fire energy here. So some of you may actually be a fire sign, or you're dealing with a fire sign, Leo. Some of you feel like you're being left out in the cold. You're a very generous person, but you feel like you're being taken advantage of. Sorry, hang on. All right. Sorry about that. Anything else you want to bring forth for Cancer? Anything else you want Cancer to know? Any other messages for Cancer? Can you give me? Okay. We have the Star and the World in reverse. Two major arcana cards. The Star in reverse and the World in reverse. Something's coming to an end. You feel like there's no hope. One final card. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the reading. Okay, so the first card that I got was the Justice card. The Justice card. I feel like some of you are actually dealing with maybe getting separated, or you're thinking about getting a divorce. You're not really sure what you want to do. The Justice card. Maybe you feel like you haven't been treated fairly, and you're not sure what you're going to do. However, I feel like that has to do with legal proceedings. Like some of you are actually going to be going through a divorce, or you're thinking about it. and that's what's crossing you. Like you don't really know what to do. Like you're not sure if that's the right thing to do. Um, uh, yeah, you're thinking about it. If you should follow through with it or if you should just go ahead and leave it alone and try to work things out. And then we have the high priestess in reverse. The high priestess has all the power. She's all knowing. She has the knowledge, the intuition. Maybe there's some secrets, there as well. But let's see. Let's see. So, yeah. Um, it has to do with bad judgment, poor intuition, lack of sense, conceit, passion. So maybe this decision to um, get a divorce or a separation, maybe that's not the direction you're supposed to go in. Maybe, I don't know what happened, whatever the situation is, and why you've decided to actually get a divorce or a separation. But it may not be the right call. Maybe you should actually think it through first before you actually, because that's a major step. That's something very major. It's something that you need to think through before you make that leap, before you make that decision. In the past position, we have the Page of Wands. Um, this may have to do with children. Maybe there are children involved. The child is a fire sign for some of you. And then what sits on top is the Knight of Wands. And it looks like some of you are making the decision to actually move out, to actually maybe get your own house, apartment, move in with family. But you're moving away from the situation. You're moving out of the whatever residence you share with your partner. You're moving out, you're going to a new location. And then we have the Hermit card in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles. So the Hermit card, as we already know, the Hermit card has to do with introspection. And it's saying here that the Hermit card in reverse also has to do with withdrawing from one's problems with no constructive plans. So maybe you're having a lot of family problems, and instead of you facing it head on, you're being too hasty. And you're saying, you know what, I'm not dealing with this. I don't want to deal with that. I want a divorce. I want to separate. I think maybe you really need to think it through. And some of you recognize that. Some of you recognize that you actually need to think it through before you make that decision. There are children involved. Do you really want to walk away from your family? Others, it's done. It's a done deal. You want the separation, divorce. You're moving out, and um, you you really don't want to deal with the problem. Like you're tired of it. You just want to let it go. However, some of you who are moving out, who are moving to a new residence, maybe that's the time you actually need to spend with yourself to figure out what it is that you need to do to fix the problem with your marriage, what's going on, because you don't want to let it go. You don't want to actually legally separate or get a divorce. And in the self, this is you. So you see that this has to do with poverty, being left out in the cold. Maybe you're lonely, but you never really lose everything, right? You still have clothes on your back. They may be tattered, but they're your own. You still have your own. And you notice that the pinnacles, the house that that person is in, is warm. And maybe I'm feeling like maybe some of you, this is for the guys. Maybe your wife threw you out. Maybe your wife put you out into the cold. And that's why you're having to move. That's why you're having to move out. move away because your wife, spouse, lover, this could be a girl too. Maybe your boyfriend put you out or husband or whatever for whatever reason. Now you're left out. Now you're left to your own devices. Um, but you're generous. Maybe you spent too much money. Maybe that's part of the problem. Ladies, I know we like to shop. Maybe some of you have been spending way too much money. You're not discussing it with your spouse and you are not paying the bills like you're supposed to. Maybe that's part of the problem. It's nice to be generous. You know, some of you out there, I'm hearing that you guys have some really expensive taste. Like, it's not Payless Shoe Source taste. We're talking Manolo Blahniks. Slow down on that. You need to take care of your family first. Then this one is a little bit difficult. This one's a little bit complicated for me. We have the star in reverse and the world in reverse, and they both came out at the same time. So I'm just going to read a little bit. The star in reverse has to do with laziness and indifference, unrealized hopes, arrogance, pride, delays, loss of hope or faith. Yeah, loss of hope or faith. And then yeah, you know, I'm hearing that some of you ladies out there, you're a stay-at-home mom. Your husband takes care of everything. All you do is shop. You don't have a job. You need to find something to do. That's what I'm hearing. Your husband feels like you're not contributing anything. He feels like you're lazy. So you need to get up off your hiney and get out there and do something or clean the house, cook, do something. Some of you not even cooking for your family. Lord have mercy. Poor children are starving. Okay, so let's see. The world in reverse has to do with disappointment, discouragingly tiny advance, failure, inability to finish what you've started, permanence and stagnation. Maybe some of you are depressed and that's why you seem like you're lazy. Maybe that's one of the problems that some of you are having. You're depressed and sad and you feel stagnated. And you're having the overall read for this is the Six of Cups. And we all know that cups have to do with emotions. And so the Six of Cups has to do with your past. You're reflecting back on the past, memories, nostalgia, times which have passed by and vanished, innocence, youthful idealism. Time to grow up. I don't know why that came up right out. It's time for you to grow up and be an adult. That's what I'm hearing. Like maybe some of you in the past, like your mom and dad took care of everything. Now you're married and or you live with your boyfriend and you have to be a responsible adult now. You have to make adult decisions. Being married is not easy. Being in a relationship and committed to another person is not easy. You have to work on it. And just because something is not going your way because it always has gone your way, doesn't mean you just walk away from it. You work through your problems. Okay, with that being said, I'm going to see if we have any little gifts from the universe with the, okay. The first thing that came out was the snake. Some of you either need to be careful or you're being seduced by someone. Okay, that's a warning. Let's see if maybe they can tell us more. The next thing I got is a dog. The dog, maybe some of you are thinking about getting a dog. No, some of you like nature. This has nothing to do with love, actually. This is a warning about your pet. Some of you actually like to go into the woods with your pet. Be careful of snakes. That's what that's about. I'm getting that strongly. Yeah, your pet is fearless. I'm seeing a golden retriever. Be very careful. Like if you're going to a park and there are rattlesnakes, or I'm seeing a rattlesnake, like be really careful with your pets. This has nothing to do with love. That's just a warning. Angels, do you have anything else you'd like to bring forth? Anything else you'd like to let us know? Yeah, some of you like nature. Like I got mountains. This has to do with your pets. If anybody's in the mountains, going to the mountains, planning on like a visit to the mountains, be very careful that with any run-ins with like snakes or anything poisonous with your pets. If your pets like to fetch sticks or whatever, be really careful. Anything else, angels? Okay. And then some of you are going to receive a letter, I guess, in the mail regarding, you may be getting a letter of importance regarding your relationship. Okay. All right, that's all that I have for Cancer. I wish you guys the best of luck. I hope you wake up to what the universe wants you to see regarding love in your relationships, and take care of your pets. If you're going out into wooded areas, just be really, really careful for your pets and watch out for yourself, and if you're bringing your kids with you too. Okay,